You know what I like to do?
Talk into a microphone?
Yeah, and also get in on the action with sports
Have a big
interaction.
head.
Yeah. Wear bare feet in the freezing cold.
Be a dad.
Friggin' wear V-necks that are actually
It's not a
crew-necks.
V-neck, okay?
Sorry.
Sports interaction. NHL, NBA, MLB, so much more. It's the friend I don't have, clearly. Crazy Odds, best live and play. Download the app in Ontario. You can use the QR code at the bottom of the screen, or you can head to sportsinteraction.com/STPN to get started. 19 plus, please play responsibly and get better friends.
Yell at the computer. He does that too.
Okay, the odds in game one. Who do you think has the series winner odds in game for Kraken Dallas Stars? By the way,
I think this might be the first series to have just both teams are the underdog. Like just two teams that are always criminally underrated, sometimes by me. Dallas, I'm a huge believer in this season, but I didn't in a million years have the Kraken beating the Avs.
Dallas is the overwhelming favorite at a 1.45.
Overwhelming.
The Kraken at a 2.65. And it's because Dallas has been there, guys. This is a team that was like they basically, what do we call them? Metapod. They basically just hardened all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals during the playoff bubble.
With Anton Hudobin.
Yeah, not even with Jake Ottinger, and who emerged later. Jesse's favorite goalie in the entire NHL. So I want to start with Jesse. Jesse, what does Dallas need to do to beat Seattle?
They just need to play the game they've been playing. Like, Dallas has been getting unreal performances by guys like Rupe Hintz, who you wouldn't expect to be leading the NHL playoffs in points.
Yeah,
you know?
You haven't been paying attention, man.
No, but
he's an animal.
leading the NHL playoffs in points, I'm going Jason Robertson.
Rupe Hintz.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Like that run that Jason Robertson had in the fall, like you'd think he'd be their star. And this is kind of what Dallas does. You know, it's a win by committee, win by getting enough defense and goal scoring that Jake Ottinger can just stand in the back and do his thing, and we're gonna barely squeak out these wins, but we're gonna win.
And they had and
they've been doing it for a couple postseasons now. It's been very effective.
Mm-hmm.
they had a really understated trade deadline too. Max Domi and Evgeny Dadonov, just two guys who have fit in really well.
Mm-hmm.
They fit in really well. Hey, you know, I was talking about I was trying to predict the Western Conference Final when we were doing our bracket, and I loved the idea of having Heiskanen shadow one guy. Who's that one guy for Seattle? That's the thing about Seattle is you can't just shadow one guy. It's like they have 4 second lines. Like, I don't know if they have a first, but they're just so solid throughout their lineup. You have no choice but to play good team defense. But luckily, Dallas can do that too.
16 Seattle Kraken players scored in the first round against Colorado. You want to talk about balance?
I was right.
Jesse mentions balance. Why?
Remember, you're like, who's going to be number 15? I go, Bjorkstrand.
I said Bjorkstrand too.
Yeah, but I said it first.
Okay, well, we're both right because he scored 2 goals. And here's the thing. Jesse, when you talk about balance throughout a lineup, I think of the Seattle Kraken. And I know that they took advantage of an Avs team that had a lot of injuries and a removal of a player from the series that's quite critical to their Stanley Cup run, and also losing Kadri last season. I get all of that.
Yeah.
But to take away what the Kraken did in their first playoff series is I think, are kind of disrespectful to them, by the way.
We're doing it again.
The only question I have about them is their goaltending. And is what Philip Grubauer are we getting? Are we getting shitty last season Philip Grubauer, or are we getting sometimes good this year Philip Grubauer?
I tend to go with what a goalie is this year, and if he feels like being shit next year, that's his business. Grubauer was great, then he was unusable, and now he's good again. So I anticipate the Seattle Kraken getting good goaltending.
Okay, now I want to ask you guys this then. What is your prediction in terms of games in the series? And I'll give you what they are in a second, and who wins. Okay, we've got 6 games at 320, 7 games at 320, 5 games at 362, or 4 games at 676, according to Sports Interaction. What do you say?
I think Dallas loves the muck, and this is music to Seattle Kraken fans' ears. I'm underestimating you again, but I'm giving you a few more games this time. I have Dallas in 7.
Jesse, I'm going to leave it to last for you because I know you're passionate about the Dallas Stars. Okay, so I'm going to jump in first and be rude. I hope that's okay.
Yeah.
So Dallas.
What are you doing?
To me, Dallas doesn't win series unless they're 6 games or more.
They love the muck.
They love the muck. So I'm going 7 games for the Dallas Stars and Seattle Kraken. And I'm going to give the edge to Dallas because of Jake Ottinger. The goaltending for the Kraken is always an issue for me. Jesse Blake.
Dallas in 5.
Wow.
Dallas
Confidently.
Dallas in 5. Dallas is a legit team.
They
right.
are. There's no question.
Yeah.
So you can end up in the pregame pack this time.
Yeah.